If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. And if you need any code cards, make sure you check out Potown Store for automatic email delivery and use code Tablemon for 5% off all your purchases. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2020. Thank you so much for joining me once again. You've been live with me on Twitch. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. We are going to now be exploring this fossils deck that ended up doing, or that ended up getting played in day 2. I actually don't remember what place it got. Might have been top 64, maybe top 32. I'm not so sure, but we are going to be exploring this deck today. So we have AERODACTYL GX, one of the most talked about cards, presumably because it's a counter to Bigrom. 210 HP and free retreat is very nice, along with Grasp Weakness, which is essentially non-existent at the moment. The ability Primal Winds. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, your opponent's basic Pokemon's attacks cost colorless more. So, pretty nice way to prevent your opponent from attacking. It's a Gumi for basic Pokemon, but a pretty powerful one as well. And we have the attack, very straightforward. Boulder Crush, dealing 120 damage for a fighting and 2 colorless energy. So, pretty decently powerful attack. Hits Pikarom for weakness for the perfect amount of damage, which is awesome. But it seems a little bit underwhelming against everything else. It got 62nd place. There you go, top 64. Then we have the Wild Dive GX attack, which does 50 damage. And Real Games, thank you so much. 12 months subscribed, a whole year, and you get your purple Tablemon. Thank you so much for the support, Real Games. And so we have Wild Dive GX doing 50 damage times the amount of energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So a very nice attack to punish those heavy tag team attacks such as Reshisards, Double Blaze, such as Gardevoir Sylveons. I forgot the name, but the GX attack that with 6 energies clears up your hand. So yeah. And then we also have the non-GX AERODACTYL with 130 HP. The supersonic attack just confuses, which can be useful in a pinch to buy some time. But we have the Fossil Fangs, which deals 90 damage. And if you don't have any Pokemon GX or EX in play, on your bench rather, this attack does 90 more damage. So we just need to make sure that we don't have an AERODACTYL GX when we are planning on attacking with this AERODACTYL. Now we have a 3-3 CARRACOSTA line. CARRACOSTA, a pretty powerful Pokemon, 160 HP and water type means you have a very strong attacker against Reshisard. So you have Reshisard and Pikarom covered with these 2 attackers, which is very nice. And the Pokemon toolcards attached to your opponent's Pokemon have no effect. So no escape boards, no U-turn boards, no spell tags. Yeah, pretty powerful ability indeed. And we have the Aqua Impact attack, which deals 80 damage plus 20 more for each colorless in your opponent's active Pokemon. Retreat cost, so a very nice attack that one KOs Reshisard as well, as long as they don't have an escape board attached. But if they do, then it doesn't work, so never mind. And yeah, pretty decently powerful Pokemon. And we have the same attack cost as AERODACTYL, which is pretty good. And then of course we have our 4 Jirachi with the Stellar Wish ability. Now, supporters wise, we are running the Welder engine plus the fires in order to make sure that we can welder and cover the attack costs, which are pretty expensive, not gonna lie. We also have Fire Flints and Energy Spinners to find the right energy at the right time, and Fire Flint gives us fires to welder onto our Pokemon. We also have double Cynthia and triple Builds Analysis so that we can search on turn 1 for our Pokemon Research Lab. Pokemon Research Lab, once during each player's turn, that player may search your deck for up to 2 Pokemon that evolve from an unidentified fossil, and you put those Pokemon onto their bench. So that's how we can get the AERODACTYLs out on turn 1, along with their Tortugas ready to evolve into CARRACOSTA. Thanks so much for the follow, View Gaming. And then, items-wise, we have our 4 custom catchers to target down Pokemon. We also have 2 Martial Arts Dojo to increase the damage that our Pokemon do when they have fighting energy attached, either by 10 or by 40 if we are behind in the price cards. Thank you so much, Noams, for the follow. And we have a stadium nav to help us further search for the stadiums that we need. We have Pokecom to make sure that we put the Pokemon back into a deck so that we can get them with Pokemon Research Lab. And we have Pokegear to help us as well, triple reset stamp to deny our opponent's prizes, and we have a Fire Crystal along with 2 escape boards. Now, finally, we have the 4 fighting and the 7 fires. So let's jump into the deck. Yeah. What does the stage do, Daniel Davis? You mean the CARRACOSTA? The CARRACOSTA, with its ability, your opponent's tool cards do not work. And then for 1 fighting and 2 colorless, it does 80 base damage plus 20 more for each retreat cost that your opponent's active Pokemon has. So essentially it does 140. Against Reshizard, that's going to be pretty impactful, and I would put money on the fact that we are going up against a green's version of Reshizard. So you're about to see that stage 2 CARRACOSTA in action. What? Oh, that's a Necrozma. I was like, what Pokemon is that? I thought this was the eye, but no, it's here. This is the face. That was a Necrozma. Okay, and we get to go first, which is pretty impressive. Pretty lucky. Thoughts on Pidgeotto control? Not my style of deck. Definitely an interesting deck. Flash Red. Probably gonna get more powerful with Jesse and James and Weezing, but not my type of deck. I might use that tomorrow if we follow a stall/mill focus. But yeah. Definitely, it's a powerful deck. It's a very annoying deck to play against. Just not my cup of tea. Okay, so we did mulligan 4 times, so I guess the extra reset stamp definitely helps with that. We do have a Pokemon Research Lab, which is very nice to have, right? So that we can get the Tier 2 out right off the bat. And okay, so let's lead with the builds analysis, right? We can grab an Energy Spinner and the Fire Flint, so I can start powering up as quickly as possible. And then let's definitely I don't think I'm gonna play the Fire Flint yet. I'm just gonna play this guy, grab the fighting, and then I will go ahead and Stellar Wish. Sure, let's grab the Cynthia. Garduño, sí, probablemente sí vaya a Atlantic City. Okay, so Research Lab, just double Tortuga, seems like a pretty good call. What decks did you miss, Real Games? You missed Behem and you missed Chandler. Both decks that made Day 2 at the World Championships. Do you think Jesse and James will end up being banned? I mean, it's already banned and expanded. I don't think it will get banned in Standard, but I mean, I've been wrong before, right? But I definitely wouldn't think it would get banned in Standard, just only in expanded because of all the broken combos it has. Okay. Although maybe, I guess Reset Stamp plus Jesse and James is could be pretty powerful in the right decks. Especially the Pidgeotto control, right? Okay, so my opponent got off the Welder and the Fleur Starter, so that's pretty scary looking. So, what can I do to counteract that? I mean, attaching an energy here seems fine. And then using Stellar Wish for a custom catcher seems also pretty fine. It's just, I don't want a Welder here. Maybe I need to, but I don't want to. Yeah, I'll just grab these guys. Okay, so we'll see. I need a Pokegum. That's what I really, really need here. When was the last time a card got banned in Standard? I am honestly not sure. I am actually not sure. Okay, so worst case scenario is, yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna KO this guy with AERODACTYL GX. Jeez, and he had the double custom catcher without playing Green's Exploration. That's the scariest part. Or the saddest part. Okay, triple Welder now. Awesome. Okay, so I don't think I'll be needing this dude. And then I'm kind of not feeling this Cynthia. And I need the Pokemon. Yeah, I need this guy in my hand so I can find CARRACOSTA. Okay, so I will Welder. I have back-to-back Welders, which is nice. And there's a CARRACOSTA. Oh, but I'm missing the fighting though. Now I'm missing the fighting. Uh-oh. Boulder Crush. I mean, my opponent didn't attach energy, so maybe he forgets. I do have more energy spinners, right? So I'm hoping between Welder and Jirachi that I can find an energy spinner to get the return KO on this guy. That's the plan. The issue is what happens if this guy gets powered up this turn. What happens if this guy gets powered up this turn? If he greens, then I definitely need reset stamp as well. I need so many cards. I am doing well, thank you Danny. How are you doing? Forest of Giant Plants? Was that banned in Standard? I don't think so. Turn 1 Jesse and James. I mean, yes, that limits your opponent to 2 cards on turn 1. That means you didn't play Lily, Cynthia, Welder, Elms, so you're also limiting your supporters, so that's where it's a bit balanced, right? So I don't think turn 1 is the issue, Daniel Davies. I think the follow-up to that is the issue. Oh, my opponent attached, so he can't Flare Strike me. My opponent attached to the bench, so the best he can do is double place. The best my opponent can do right now is double place, because he attached here. I mean, it doesn't change anything, I don't think. Well, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? What? You actually have the other 2 custom catchers without using greens for them? Wow. Another rack, are you gonna... Yeah, that's an issue, right? That is what's looking like to be an issue, and you won't get that on turn 1. What a hand by my opponent. That's just ridiculous. That is actually just ridiculous. Jeez. Oh boy. The double custom catcher. And because 1 Tortuga was prized, we are out of this game. We are out of this game. I'm fairly certain. We are behind, so might as well hit for a little bit of extra damage. No energy, no nothing. Okay, we need my opponent to not have energy. That's the only way we can do. Acro. Oh, the power plant nullifies my primal winds. So that's as good as an energy, I guess. How on earth am I going to Welder? Yeah, I'm generally gonna concede, I think. This deck sucks though. This deck sucks so much. You get a reset stamp, you lose. Super bien, Garduño. Espero que por allá nos veamos. This deck sucks. Yeah. I mean, pricing our Tortuga was bad. Like, this should need, like, immediately, this needs a 4th Tortuga. Immediately. My opponent having back-to-back custom catchers was pretty dumb, though. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. And then let's go ahead and do this. Yep. All 3 CARRACOSTAs in there and absolutely nothing else. Okay, so Stellar Wish, the Welder, that's a start. That's a start. Stellar Wish. Wow, this sucks so much. This actually sucks so much. Bills. Needs more fire flints too. Like, yeah, you can't power up Pokemon reliably with this deck. It's just, it's not good. It's generally not good. Well, there's one fire. And I can't even research lab. So I need to attack with this guy first. Based on my terrible hand. Well, maybe I should have researched lab. Yeah, I actually probably needed to research lab. Oh, come on. Resist time to 2 gets Welder plus energy? What is this guy? What the heck? Yeah. Yeah, you got it. This is a terrible deck. I'm gonna give it one more game. But I have zero hope for this deck at this point. Absolutely zero hope for this deck. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is Quacknag any good? No, Quacknag is terrible. Braylon would have been better than Fossil. Yeah, in the tournament it should have been, I agree. Okay, Stellar Wish. The Builds is a pretty solid card. The Builds is a pretty solid card to get on turn 1. This might be important. This is important. I definitely feel like I need a second Jirachi here. Definitely feel like I want a second Jirachi. No Tortuga is priced. That's good, right? That's good news. And then no reason not to Stellar Wish again, I think. What does the water Pokemon do? Essentially, it one-hit KOs Reshisard. It deals 80 damage. It deals 80 damage base for 1 fighting and 2 colorless, plus 80 more, plus 20 more for each retreat cost in your opponent's active Pokemon. So 80 plus 3 times 20, 80 plus 60, 140 times 2. KO Reshi. Quacknag held the GX deck, got top 8 in juniors. I know, I saw that. It had 4 crushing hammers though. I mean, does this play water? No, the attack costs fighting. Oh, this is ability Reshisard with a Cynthia for whatever reason. Ability Registard with a Cynthia. Nice. Yeah, it doesn't play water. It costs fighting, even though you're a water type. Because CARRACOSTA in the game is rock water. Okay, so that was a very nice card to give us, person. That was an incredibly nice card to give me. Okay, so let's grab. Wow, now I'm one escape board away from KOing this Registard person on turn 2. Yeah, so when this happens, you're fine. Well, I'm also one evolution away, which I did not find, so never mind. Never mind. Pokecom. I mean, my opponent clearly... Well, no, he might have Welder. Will he have Welder, 2 fires, and Ninetales, 2 more fires? He might. He actually might. But I think I just leave it like this, and I'll pass. Really wanted my opponent to get with a Jirachi. What's your opinion on Pigrom? Is the best way to play it with 4 Judge? That's questionable. I'm not that big a fan of the 4 Judge list. I mean, it's okay. I just don't think it's that great. It's okay. I prefer the deck that I used. I definitely feel if Coco Prism Star hadn't decided to go live in my prize cards in game 3 of the 2 mirror matches I played, I would have done a little bit better at Worlds. In the 2 mirror matches and against Gardevoir Sylvan as well. Those games against Gardevoir Sylvan were frustrating. But yeah, overall, I prefer my version. I think I also prefer the Lily Jirachi with Sigilyph GX version. Okay, thank you for... What? What the heck did my opponent just do? That was such a bad play. Like, you saw me struggle to retreat. Or, I mean, I don't know. That was a really bad play on my opponent. He's about to find out what CARRACOSTA does if he didn't know before. And I'm about to have 2 CARRACOSTAs set up, which is pretty scary in and of itself. I'll just put this guy back and grab a Jirachi. And I don't want to use that. Well, actually I do. I don't have another thing to welder onto though. I don't need another Jirachi for sure. And then Aqua Impact. 280 damage, just enough to 1-KO the Registard. That is 100% intentional. And there's a victory, yeah. I don't think my opponent was aware of what he was doing right there. So yeah, that was a good game. Let's give the deck one more opportunity. You lost your win and in final round with bad prizes as well. Yeah, Clash of Men. It sucks. It really sucks. Because, like, in one of the mirror matches, I also priced Coco in game 1. So I priced it game 1 and game 3. It's like, ugh. My record looked pretty bad against mirror matches, but when I had Coco Prism, I won. What a surprise. Would you like to go first? Yes, please. Any tips for Pigrom Mirror besides Full Blitz first? I mean, the Sigilyph is honestly a pretty nice deck for the mirror match. But in terms of tips, I feel like being very aware of how Tack Bolt can win you the game is very important. Yeah, but basically you need to anticipate your opponent's moves, right? That's what it basically comes down to. Okay, I'm gonna play this and I'm gonna Cynthia to put these 2 guys back. Mirror is really weird. Definitely Mirror is really weird. Wow. That is a hand, I guess. That is actually a hand. Wowzers. Do I care about this more than a potential welder? No, I don't. Wowzers. Okay. How were the earlier decks? The earlier decks. Chandelier was really fun and really interesting to see work, but it was too random. Yeah, the discarding was too harsh. What Pokemon you got from the discarding was way too random. One turn we discard 5 cards from our top deck to deal 10 damage. So it's pretty interesting, but it's just way too random. Yeah. And BHM honestly was very good. We won 3 straight games against one was Malamar, which they bricked. The other one was Frostlass, which I don't think is a real deck. Like just pure Frostlass, it seemed. And then we beat something else. What did we beat Reshisard, I think? No, we beat an Arcanine deck. So we didn't beat anything too impressive, but it was okay. Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, I heard that BGM went up in price. It seems like a decent deck. It honestly performed better than I expected it to. Yeah, starting turn 1 Elms is so strong. Okay, so the Giant Hearth, once again, a pretty nice card to get from our opponents. Because we have the opportunity to Welder. And I can save these for the fightings. So then I'll Pokegear. There's the Welder. Okay, and then let's Delaware Sharuni. Is that KO? That is KO. No, that's not KO. Oh, it's so close though, so close. I'm kind of liking the escape board. Jeez, I don't think my opponent's gonna KO me next turn. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go all out with this. Power up this guy. That's a cute card to get. I will Energy Spinner for a fighting. I'll just leave this guy powered up. I have enough resources in my hand to do so. And then having the extra HP doesn't matter. So I'll do this. And then I'll grab these 2 guys. Okay. Choice Helmet doesn't matter at all. Does she go double custom catcher just like my previous Reshizard opponent? Any decent sidecard lists out there? I haven't seen any, honestly. I haven't seen any. Someone showed me one, but I don't even have it saved because I never had any faith on the sidecard. So, not quite, I'm sorry. Okay, so we get a KO right here. Very easy KO as well, which is nice. And we get to start powering up something else. Oh my gosh, I have 2 prized CARRACOSTAs. Okay, so we need to get 1 out pretty much. I'll do this. Now this is looking pretty redundant. And thanks so much for follow, Pokeboss. And I just Aqua Impact, right? Off of 3 prizes. I honestly think, based on my opponent's previous turns, I shouldn't fear the retaliation. Yeah. She promoted Volcanion. If I found a custom catcher, I just immediately win. So yeah, like when you don't get completely overwhelmed by your opponent's perfect start, then the deck can be pretty okay. Against Pikarom, I assume it tries to do the same thing except with AERODACTYL rather than CARRACOSTA. But against everything else, like, what do you even do? Right? How do you beat Giratina spam? How do you beat... yeah, basically Giratina spam. How do you ever beat Giratina spam? I don't think you can. But yeah, that will be all for the Fossils deck. That was a quick last game as well. But I'm pretty... it's an underwhelming deck, honestly. It's a very underwhelming deck. That will be all for today. Thank you so much to all of you who joined me today. Yeah, very, very kind of you. I really appreciate it. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like. It really helps out the channel. Don't forget to check out our sponsors, TCG Player and Potown Store. In case you need online codes, Potown Store gives you a 5% discount. Yeah, and thanks so much for follow Polychrome and TCG Player. If you follow the link down below, then I get a small kickback. So it's a very nice way and a free way to support the channel. Yeah, all you need to do is check out. All you need to do is check out when following the link, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, thank you so much. iRex, your invite only off of league ups and challenges. I mean, if you play enough, then you should be able to. Yeah, but it does require pretty much a perfect, like 8 out of 8 wins for everything. So it's challenging, but definitely possible. I don't like the Judge Bigram deck too much. I prefer the one that got 5th place. Dani de Celis, no entiendo la pregunta. Tablemon is my account. Yeah, Tablemon is my YouTube, my Twitch, my Facebook, my Twitter, everything. Yeah. Okay, so thank you guys so much. I will pass on the love to, I believe, yeah. Give me 1 second. Yep. I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, for more for some stall deck actions. Yeah, for some stall deck action. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much, and bye bye.